After studying this module, you shall be able to know about the concept of energy and its requirement for different purposes in the living objects. Identify the adenosine triphosphate, that is ATP, as a universal currency of free energy. Learn about the structure of ATP and its hydrolysis product adenosine diphosphate and adenosine monophosphate, that is ADP and AMP respectively. Know the hydrolysis product of ATP and the free energy change in different hydrolysis reactions. Identify the main reasons of high group transfer potential values for ATP. Thermodynamics is the branch of physical chemistry that deals with the energy changes, and biochemical thermodynamics or biochemical energetics or bioenergetics is the field of biochemistry concerned with the transformation and use of energy by living cells. The chemical reactions occurring in living beings are associated with the liberation of energy as the reacting system moves from a higher to a lower energy level. Most often, the energy is liberated in the form of heat. In the non-biological system, heat energy may be converted into mechanical or electrical energy. Since the biological systems are isothermic, the heat energy cannot be used for drive the vital processes such as synthesis, active transport, nerve conduction, muscular contraction, etc. They obtain the energy by chemical linkage or coupling to oxidation reaction. The simplest type of coupling may be represented by the equation. When some molecules, say A and C, gets converted into another molecules, say B and D, and some heat is evolved, the conversion of metabolite A to metabolite B occurs with the release of energy. It is coupled to another reaction wherein energy is required to convert the metabolite C to metabolite D. Energy. Energy is defined as the capacity to do work, which is the product of a given force acting through a given distance. In mathematical term, work is equals to force into distance. It is one of the fundamental components of any system. Energy exists in a variety of forms such as electrical, mechanical, chemical, heat and light energy. These different forms of energy are interconvertible. For example, an electric motor converts electric into mechanical energy, a battery changes chemical into electrical energy, and a steam engine transforms heat into mechanical energy. All these conversions of energy processes are shown in figure. As you can see, the chemical energy gets converted into heat energy through a process of combustion. Then heat energy gets converted into mechanical energy whenever we use some machine, and mechanical energy gets converted into electrical energy, say in generator. Besides, these various forms of energy are also interrelated quantitatively. For example, 1 calorie of heat energy is equals to 4.185 into 10 raised to the power 7 ergs of mechanical energy. Furthermore, during conversion of one form of energy to the other, there is always some loss. As an example, when an electric motor transforms electric into mechanical energy, the output of useful energy is always less than the input. This is due to the friction in the motor which generates heat. The heat in turn is dissipated in the environment and is no longer useful. Thus, when a work is done or when one form of energy is changed to another, there is a loss of useful energy. ATP as a universal currency of free energy. The living objects require a continuous supply of free energy mainly for the following purpose: synthesize macromolecules from simpler and smaller precursor, transport molecules and ions across membranes against gradients, perform mechanical work as in the muscles contraction, and ensure fidelity of information transfer. The free energy in these processes is derived from the environment. The phototropes obtain this energy by trapping light energy from the sun. On the other hand, the chemotropes obtain it by the oxidation of foodstuff. This free energy derived from the light or from the oxidation of foodstuff is partly transformed into a special form before it is used for biosynthesis, transport, motion and fidelity. This special carrier of free energy is adenosine triphosphate, that is ATP. ATP plays a central role in the transference of free energy from the exergonic, that is energy yielding, to the endergonic, that is energy requiring processes in the cell. During breakdown of energy rich foodstuff or fuel molecules, some of the free energy is harnessed to make ATP from ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, and PI, that is inorganic phosphate. This is the process that requires the input of free energy. ATP then donates much of its chemical energy to energy requiring processes by undergoing a breakdown to ADP and PI. This shows the ATP cycle in a cell. When ATP gets converted into ADP and inorganic phosphate, it provides energy for cell, and when we get this energy from food, this ADP molecule gets reconverted back into ATP. Adenosine triphosphate was discovered in extract of skeletal muscle by Karl Lohmann in Germany and by the Cyrus Fiske and Yelapragada Subaru in the United States simultaneously in 1929. Later, it was found to be present in all types of cells, animal, plant and microbial. Although first thought to be concerned with muscular contraction only, ATP has now been assigned many cell activities. In 1941, Fritz A. Lipman postulated that ATP is the primary and universal carrier of chemical energy in the cells. He adequately stated that the small chemical units from which the material of organism is built are glued together by an enormously versatile condensing reagent ATP. The structure of ATP is shown in figure. As you can see, this ATP consists of adenosine, ribose and 3 phosphate groups. Adenosine triphosphate and its successive hydrolysis products, adenosine diphosphate, that is ADP, and adenosine monophosphate, that is AMP, are nucleotides consisting of an adenine, a ribose and a 3, 2 or 1 phosphate groups respectively. ATP, ADP, AMP occurs not only in cell cytosol, but also in mitochondria and nucleus. In normal respiring cell, ATP makes up to 75% or more of the sum of all the 3 adenine ribonucleotide. The subunits of ATP, ADP and AMP are shown in figure. As you can see, all these 3 molecules, that is ATP, ADP and AMP, consist of adenine, then ribose. This combination, the molecule is known as adenosine, and they consist of 3 phosphate groups. For example, ATP has 3 phosphate groups including the adenosine and the ribose, and the ADP has 2 phosphate groups. AMP again has the 1 phosphate group only. These phosphate groups are bonded to each other with the help of phosphoanhydride bond. At pH 7, the phosphate groups of ATP, ADP and AMP are almost fully ionized, so that they occur as multiple charged anions, that is ATP 4 minus, ADP 3 minus and AMP 2 minus. But as the cell fluid contains high concentration of magnesium ions, the ATP and ADP both exist largely as magnesium ATP 2 minus and magnesium ADP minus complexes. In fact, in phosphate transfer reactions, ATP participates in its complex form. ATP serves as the principal immediate donor of free energy in biological system rather than as a storage form of energy. In a typical cell, an ATP molecule is consumed within a minute of its formation. The turnover of ATP is very high. For instance, a resting human consumes about 40 kg ATP in a day. During strenuous labor, The ATP is consumed at the rate of even 0.5 kilogram per minute. The endergonic processes such as biosynthesis, active transport, etc. can occur only if ATP is continuously regenerated from ADP. Phototropes harvest the free energy in light to regenerate ATP, whereas chemotropes form ATP by the oxidation of foodstuff. Free energy of hydrolysis of ATP. When ATP is hydrolyzed, it loses its terminal gamma phosphate group to form ADP and orthophosphate or inorganic phosphate Pi. This is shown in figure in this reaction. The standard free energy change, that is delta G naught, for this reaction is minus 7.3 kilocalorie per mole. This reaction is shown in figure number. Standard free energy changes have also been determined for the hydrolysis of other phosphorylated compounds or organophosphates. Some phosphates yields more and some yields less free energy than ATP upon hydrolysis under standard condition. This immediate position enables ATP to function efficiently as a carrier of phosphoryl groups. Thus, with respect to the delta G naught value of hydrolysis of ATP, two classes of organophosphates are recognized. High energy phosphates exemplified by enol phosphates, example phosphoenol pyruvate, phosphogonides, example creatinine phosphate and arginine phosphate, etc., which have delta G naught values larger than that of ATP. And then the another category is low energy phosphates, exemplified by ester phosphates found in the intermediate of glycolysis, which have delta G naught values smaller than that of ATP. However, the designation high and low do not clearly indicate that there are three classes of phosphate. Such phosphates as phosphoenol pyruvate, creatinine phosphate, etc., whose delta G naught values are higher than that of ATP, should better be designated as super high energy phosphate. The ATP then be designated as high energy phosphate and the ester phosphate as low energy phosphate. Hydrolysis of ATP as mentioned is shown in figure. So, this is the ATP molecule and exogenic cleavage of the gamma phosphate. Through this cleavage of gamma phosphate, ATP gets converted into ADP and one inorganic phosphate, and the delta G naught value which is released is minus 7.3, that is the energy which is released is minus 7.3 kilocalorie per mole. When ADP is hydrolyzed to AMP and inorganic phosphate, the delta G naught value for this reaction is same as that of the reaction when ATP gets converted into ADP and inorganic phosphate, that is minus 7.3 kilocalorie per mole. Thus, the two terminal phosphate group of ATP, beta and gamma, are both high energy groups. On the contrary, the delta G naught value of the hydrolysis of AMP to yield adenosine and phosphate is much lower, that is only minus 3.4 kilocalorie per mole. Thus, the phosphate group of AMP is in the low energy class. The hydrolysis of ATP to yield AMP plus PPI proceeds with delta G naught minus 7.7 kilocalorie per mole, slightly greater than the delta G naught value for the hydrolysis of the terminal or the gamma phosphate group. The inorganic pyrophosphate is subsequently hydrolyzed by the enzyme pyrophosphatase to yield 2 moles of inorganic orthophosphate as shown in the reaction. The delta G naught value of this reaction is minus 6.9 kilocalorie per mole. So, the overall reaction has a delta G naught value minus 14.6 kilocalorie per mole, which is the sum of the delta G naught value of two sequential component reaction as shown in the reaction. It is noteworthy that the delta G naught value of the overall reaction is exactly twice of that of the delta G naught value of the terminal phosphate groups of ATP and ADP. Structural basis of the high group transfer potential of ATP. The standard free energy change is a measure of the difference in the free energy content of the reactants and the products. Therefore, the reason for the high delta G naught value of ATP should be sought in the properties of both the substrate and the products. There are three main reasons of high delta G naught value or high group transfer potential for ATP. The first one of this reason is degree of ionization. At pH 7, ATP is almost completely ionized as the ATP 4 minus ion. This on hydrolysis yields 3 products namely ADP3 minus, HPO4 2 minus and the hydrogen ions as shown in this reaction. At pH 7, the standard pH for delta G naught hydrolysis, the hydrogen ion concentration is only 10 raised to the power minus 7 molar. This means that by the law of mass action, the equilibrium for ATP hydrolysis tends to be pulled far to the right, since the concentration of H plus at pH 7 is very small as compared with the standard concentration of 1 molar. Then the second reason for this is the electrostatic repulsion. At pH 7, the ATP molecules carry 4 negative charges. These charges repel each other strongly because they are in the proximity. However, when ATP is hydrolyzed, the electrostatic repulsion between these negatively charged group is reduced because of the separation of negatively charged group, that is ADP 3 minus and HPO4 2 minus. However, when ATP is hydrolyzed, the electrostatic repulsion between these negatively charged group is reduced because of the separation of the negatively charged products ADP 3 minus and HPO4 2 minus. These products have relatively little tendency to approach each other to react in the backward direction to form ATP again. The third reason is the resonance stabilization. The two products of ATP hydrolysis, ADP 3 minus and HPO4 2 minus, are resonance hybrids, that is special stable forms in which certain electrons are in a configuration having much less energy than in their original positions in the ATP molecule. When ATP is hydrolyzed, the electrons in the two products ADP 3 minus and HPO4 2 minus can sink to lower energy levels than in the non hydrolyzed ATP. This causes ADP 3 minus and HPO4 2 minus ions to contain less free energy than when they were still combined as ATP 4 minus. ADP and Pi enjoy greater resonance stabilization than does ATP. For example, orthophosphate has a number of resonance forms of similar energy, whereas the terminal phosphate portion of ATP has fewer resonance forms per phosphate groups. To indicate the presence of high energy phosphate group, Lippmann introduced the symbol, approximately symbol P, indicating high energy phosphate bond. Although in long usage among biochemists, the term high energy phosphate group is misleading, since it wrongly suggests that the bond itself contains high amount of energy. What this symbol indicates is that the group attached to the bond on transfer to an appropriate acceptor results in the transfer of large amount of energy. Hence, the term group transfer potential is preferred to high energy bond. In fact, the free energy released by hydrolysis of phosphate ester does not come from the specific bond that is broken, but results from the fact that the products of the reaction have a smaller free energy content than the reactant. Therefore, the use of the term high energy phosphate compounds be preferred when the referring to ATP and other phosphate compounds having a large negative delta G naught value of hydrolysis. Thus, whereas ATP contains two high energy phosphate groups and one low energy phosphate groups, ATP contains one high energy and one low energy phosphate groups. AMP, however, contains only one phosphate group of low energy type. Summary: biochemical thermodynamics or bioenergetics is the field of biochemistry concerned with the transformation and use of energy by living cells. The phototrophs obtain free energy by trapping light energy from the sun. On the other hand, the chemotrophs obtain it by the oxidation of foodstuffs. ATP plays a central role in the transference of free energy from the exergonic, that is energy yielding, to the endergonic, that is energy requiring processes in the cell. During breakdown of energy rich foodstuff, some of the free energy is harnessed to make ATP from adenosine diphosphate and inorganic phosphate, a process that requires input of free energy. ATP donates much of its chemical energy to energy requiring processes, that is biosynthesis, transport, etc., by undergoing a breakdown to ADP and Pi. Adenosine triphosphate and its successive hydrolysis product adenosine diphosphate, that is ADP, and adenosine monophosphate, that is AMP, are nucleotides consisting of adenine, a ribose and a 3, 2 or 1 phosphate group respectively. ATP, ADP and AMP occurs not only in cell cytosol but also in mitochondria and the nucleus. In normal resting cell, ATP makes up to 75% or more of the sum of the all adenine ribonucleotide. ATP serves as a principal immediate donor of free energy in biological system rather than as a storage form of energy. ATP contains two high energy phosphate groups and one low energy phosphate group. ADP contains one high energy and one low energy phosphate groups, and AMP however contains only one phosphate group of low energy type.